This is a game that got a lot of attention, mainly because of the team behind it. Yes, it comes from people who helped shape games like GTA and Red Dead Redemption. That kind of background builds some serious hype. But when it comes to MindsEye, things feel different, and not in the best way. First off, there hasn't been much marketing. It's weird how little noise there's been for a game launching this soon. That usually sets off alarms. And now that more gameplay has been shown through demo, some of those concerns are starting to make sense. Let's start with the story. You play as Jacob Diaz, a former soldier haunted by flashbacks of a mysterious mission. He's fitted with a neural implant called the MindsEye, and he's trying to uncover the truth about what happened to him. The whole thing leans heavily into the amnesia setup, piecing together the past while jumping between present-day missions and recovered memories. The setting takes place in a future that's not too far ahead. You've got flying vehicles, advanced AI, sleek electric cars, and that gritty but sci-fi vibe. It's not over the top like cyberpunk, but it's clearly not modern day either. The world actually seems like one of the stronger points. It feels believable and has a cool mid-future feel. But once the gameplay kicks in, things start to slide. You're looking at a third-person shooter that doesn't feel particularly fresh. Think of old-school GTA mechanics mixed with a bit of cinematic storytelling. There's a weapon wheel, cover shooting, driving segments, nothing really new here. And while the foundations might be solid, they also feel dated. It's the kind of experience that reminds you of games from the Xbox 360 or early PS4 days. Not terrible, just ordinary. The game is aiming to deliver a 15-hour story campaign. That's not long, but if it were tight and polished, it could still be a good time. Unfortunately, what was shown during the demo didn't exactly build confidence. You're shown cutscenes and missions where Jacob drives from one location to the next and takes on different objectives, but nothing about it stood out in a big way. What really hurts MindsEye right now is how rough it looked during the demo. The demo was streamed over Microsoft Teams. The quality was choppy and blurry, so any visual flair the game might have had got lost in the compression. But even beyond the stream quality, there were clear bugs and glitches on display. Characters not animating properly, weird transitions, and some gameplay moments that just felt off. And this was less than 3 weeks from release. That's not a great sign. You're probably thinking, okay, but maybe this was just an old build. Maybe they'll fix it before launch. And sure, that's always possible. But if the game is launching on June 10th, then it's likely already gone gold. Discs are probably being pressed, and digital copies are lined up for release. So unless there's a last-minute delay, what was shown might be close to what you get at launch. Another issue is that MindsEye seems stuck in between identities. It's a story-driven game, but it hints at an open world. There's also talk of creation tools and possibly multiplayer down the line, but none of that was clearly defined. It's trying to wear a lot of hats, but it's not doing any of them particularly well, at least from what's been shown so far. And look, it's being sold at $60, not the newer $70+ price tag some games have adopted. That might sound fair for a 15-hour game, but the problem isn't the length. It's whether those 15 hours are worth spending at all. Because right now, there's no strong hook, no must-see gameplay mechanic, and no real selling point beyond the developer's past work. A delay might actually help. Releasing this game in mid-June is risky. With big announcements, events, and possibly even hardware launches happening in the same window, MindsEye could get buried and forgotten. Pushing the launch to August or later could give it more breathing room and more time to polish the experience. At the end of the day, this feels like a wait-and-see kind of game. If you're someone who enjoys third-person action games and doesn't mind some clunkiness, there might be something here. But if you're expecting the next big thing from the creators of GTA and Red Dead, you're going to be disappointed. The world seems interesting, the story has potential, and the visual design, from what little could be made out, might work well once it's cleaned up. But as it stands, MindsEye feels like a game that isn't quite ready. So is it worth playing based on demo? Not yet. Wait for reviews. Wait for patches. Wait to see if it even hits its release date. Because if you jump in too early, you might just find yourself staring at a game full of bugs, outdated mechanics, and missed opportunities. And at $60, that's not a risk worth taking without knowing what you're getting into. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more honest game reviews. Catch you in the next one.